Hey guys, I'm the Burke and I do things, and I'm here still trying to figure out one-handed videos. So today's video is going to be my favorite makeup products that are under $10. So this video does not include anything under $5 because as it is between the under $10 mark to $5, I had so much stuff. I thought maybe if you guys like this, I could do a separate video for $5. I also could go up a notch and do this for under $15, so between the $10 to $15 mark. So if you guys like this video, let me know if you'd want to see those versions as well. I did try to use a bunch of these products on my face today. I'm not thrilled with the way it came out because I still am not fantastic with the left-handed makeup skills. They're just not there, and I felt like I could have done better. So yeah, if this is something you guys want to watch, then keep on watching. Let's go. So I decided to group all the makeup by brand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the brands that I only picked one product from those brands, and I have 5 brands where I picked one product that's under $10 that I really do enjoy. This first brand we're going to talk about is Revlon, and I am obsessed with this product. This is the Revlon Ultra HD Matte Lip Color. I have the shade Seduction. This is like, this entire summer, this has been my easiest go-to just throw on a quick liquid lipstick formula. It's very lightweight. It smells like popsicles. Like, I don't know how else to describe it. I've been absolutely obsessed with this product. This retails for $9.99. I feel like you can very often find Revlon products on sale. Even right now, as I film this video, Ulta has this on sale for $5.99. I will say, while searching for products under the $10 mark, I did use Ulta sort of as my guide for that because drugstore products can vary in price from store to store. So we're using Ulta as our control point in this video for the most part. There are some non-Ulta related products here, but we'll get to those when we do. But for now, that's where we're basing our numbers off of. Okay, now the brand I want to talk about is JCat, and this is the product I actually tried to put on my eyes today. This is their Prismetal Chrome Eye Mousse, and I have the shade Chrome Galaxy. This does retail for $5.99. It is an extremely moussey formula, but what I did was I just threw a little bronzer in on my lid, and I tapped a little bit of this over it, and it just creates this really pretty sparkly look. And I've had no issues with this drying out at all. Whereas I feel like there are other creamy products like this that I have had those type of issues happen, and I've never had that with this product. Okay, now I have one product from Morphe, and I have feelings on Morphe. I'm not the biggest fan of Morphe, but I did get this one Morphe product in a mystery box. This is their 3B Pure Nude palette. This retails for $6, and it is just 3, neutral eyeshadows. I actually like this product. So the shadows are decent, decent enough for 3 nude shadows, but I think this is a very good idea for somebody who travels. Here you have 3 basic shades, and if you like a little shimmer or something, you can pack, a liquid glitter to throw on over this. You could pack something like that JCat product. You could pack a Super Shock shadow. You can pack just a pressed eyeshadow. You can take this and manipulate it based on a different product that you want to add into it, and I think that's a very cool idea. That's why this is one of the very few Morphe products I enjoy. Okay, the next brand I have one product from is Essence, and this is a primer. This is the Fresh and Fit Awake Primer, Healthy Glow. It does say it has a pore minimizing effect. I would not say that. I would say this is very similar to a Becca primer. This costs $5.99, and it's, I want to squeeze, oh, okay, so it's more of one of those primer, I don't know why I decided to do this. So it's one of those primers where it just gives you a nice, so this is before, this is after. It just gives you a nice glow to your skin. It's maybe not as intense as the Becca, but it's $5.99 versus $38, so I really enjoy this. Okay, so Physicians Formula I feel like is one of those brands that, again, varies store to store. But at Ulta, the Healthy Lip does retail for $8.49. And again, as I'm filming this, it's on sale for $5.09. So this is one of my favorite all-time matte liquid lipstick formulas. I have the shades All Natural Nude and Riches, And I just love this formula. I will never stop hyping this formula. And I highly recommend this formula to anyone who loves comfortable liquid lipsticks on a budget. Okay, so those were the only brands that I had, one product of each to talk about. Now we can just start hopping into brands. And we're gonna start off with NYX. Okay, so this is the brow gel I'm wearing today. This is the NYX Control Freak Eyebrow Gel. This retails for $6. This to me is the closest drugstore dupe I have found to the ABH Clear Brow Gel. It does sort of hold them in place. It's definitely not as strong as the ABH Clear Brow Gel. I know people actually don't love how hard and crunchy the ABH Brow Gel is because it's so intense. It's like hairspray for your eyebrows, which is what I really like. This is a little bit less intense than that. So if you don't love that intensity, this actually might be perfect for you, but it is only $6 compared to however much ABH costs, which is a lot. Okay, the other product I want to talk about from NYX is the NYX Lip Lingerie. Now, I have only tried the liquid lipstick formula. I know they have gone on to make different formulas, glitter, gloss. I've only tried the original. This retails for $7. I decided not to bring out all my shades. I decided to bring my favorite shade, which is actually Cabaret Show. This came in an Allure Beauty box, but I really like this formula. This is a very lightweight, moussey formula. So if you're someone who really likes something that is more lightweight, this is the one for you. So now we can go to Maybelline. Okay, so this first product, I only have a mini travel size of. This is actually the primer I used today. This is the Maybelline Master Prime Hydrate and Smoothing Primer. This is the second little one of these I've had. It is hydrating, but it also is very it's very smoothing on your skin. I find that it makes my actual skin look very smooth under my foundation while it also hydrates. It doesn't have like that pore filling silicone-y feel to it. And that's why I'm definitely a big fan of this. It does cost $9.99 full size. Okay, the next product is the loose powder I'm wearing today. It is the Maybelline Loose Fit Me Powder. I have this in the shade Fair. This powder is only $7.99 and you get a lot in here. You get 0.7 ounces. I don't know how much you normally get. I've definitely used quite a bit of this, but this is such an amazing powder and it is such an affordable price for that powder. The last Maybelline product I want to talk about is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. This retails for $6.49. This is such a good concealer from the drugstore. I very much prefer this formula over the Age Rewind. I know the Age Rewind is very popular, but I still like this formula much more than the other formula. Okay, I have two different products to talk about from Flower Beauty. These both retail for $9.99. I feel like Flower Beauty is one of those drugstore brands that tends to go towards more of the higher price tag, but both of these products are fantastic. First is the Light Illusion Concealer. I love this concealer. It is fantastic. I think the drugstore has some of the greatest concealers. That is why I very, very, very rarely buy high-end concealers because concealer is probably the product I can run out of the fastest. Also, a product I talk about very often on my channel are the blush bombs. I love these. So I have the shade Pinched and I also have the shade Nectar here. These are fantastic cream blushes, the best cream blush formula I have tried, and I would highly recommend these. I think they're very beginner friendly. They're subtle and you can build them up to the intensity you want. They're easy to work with. They do not get patchy and they're very just great all around. So next I have two products from, I guess one is from iHeart Revolution, the other is from Makeup Revolution. I don't really know what the difference is if we're gonna be completely honest. So this first one is from iHeart Revolution. This is the Chocolate Elixir Glow Palette. This is only $7. This compact even comes with a mirror and it has two beautiful highlighters. One is very pinky, can be used as a blush topper. One is just a blinding general highlight. I am not crazy about the Revolution eyeshadows I've tried, but these highlighters are out of this world. Amazing. On the other hand, this one is Makeup Revolution. Again, I don't know the difference between the companies. This is a $5 bronzer. It is their Mega Bronzer. I believe this is trying to dupe the Marc Jacobs bronzer. This is one of my top 5 bronzers. If you've seen my ranking, my bronzers series, I do have this in the Cool shade and it is just a great bronzer. And it baffles me that this giant pan is only $5. Okay, now let's talk about Milani. I have quite a few things here from Milani. The first is the Sunlit Silky Matte Bronzer. This retails for $9.99. Again, I feel like I've talked my head off about this lately, but this bronzer is so beginner friendly. I feel like it is not overly pigmented. I feel like it builds up very well. It does not go on overly pigmented, and you can really build it to the desired bronze that you are specifically looking for yourself. Now we can talk about the highlight I'm wearing. Whew, I only have a mini of this, but the full size of this costs $9.99. This is their Afterglow Strobe Light Highlighter. This is maybe one of the most underrated, under-talked about highlighters out there. It is so beautiful. I don't know what else to say about it besides that. Another product I only have the mini of, the full size of this is $9.49, is their Romantic Rose Powder Blush. I love this blush. It is so beautiful. And the formula is amazing, not to mention it is, look at how beautiful that is. Absolutely beautiful. Huge fan of this as well. Now let's talk about this. This is the Amore Shine Liquid Lip Color. This retails for $8.99. I have the shade Crush. This is a very pigmented lip gloss. I absolutely love this formula, and it wears really well. It does not get weird and goopy, and I have very much been enjoying this formula of lip gloss. The final Milani product I want to talk about is the Baked Blush in Luminoso. This retails for $8.49. This is quite the opposite of the Rose Blush, which is a matte blush. This is a very, very luminous blush. When I wear blushes like this, I tend to not wear a highlighter because I feel like you can get a very similar effect wearing something like this. And it's like a 2-for-1 deal. So now we're going to talk about L'Oreal. First product is kind of pricey for what it is, but a lot of times L'Oreal's buy one get one half off, so it's nice to know what's good out there. This is their Infallible Paint Metallic Eyeshadow. I believe this shade is called Rose Chrome. Unfortunately, L'Oreal puts the shade name on like the little sticker that you peel off, but I actually featured this eyeshadow in my full face of all cream products. This is not a cream product, but this is what I actually use to set my cream eyeshadow. It just adds the most beautiful like luminescence to it. So I really do like these single eyeshadows, but $8.99 for one eyeshadow is obviously a lot of money, but if you can get it on sale, I would highly recommend it. So the next product is this L'Oreal Lumi Shake and Glow Dew Mist. Now, this is the travel size. I have the travel size. The travel size is 1 fluid ounce, and the travel size is $7.99. Now, obviously the full size is more than that, but I feel like sometimes getting like 1 ounce of a product is a good way to get an idea of that product. So if you've been interested in this and don't want to pay for the full price, for $7.99 you can get this smaller size. I don't love it for over makeup. I feel like it makes it a little too oily for my preference, but I actually do like this as a primer to hydrate my skin, which is oh so dry all the time. Okay, so for some reason, one of my favorite L'Oreal products I could not find at Ulta. I don't know if Ulta stopped selling it or what, but I was able to find it for sale at Target. So this retails for $7.59, and this is their Pro Matte Gloss. I don't know why it's called a gloss. It is not. It is a liquid lipstick, but I love this formula. It smells delicious, and it's been one of my favorite drugstore formulas for way over a year. The shade I have is called Bare Attraction, and I just love this formula. I've talked it up for a very long time. I don't know why it wasn't at Ulta, but it's under $10 and it's fantastic. Okay, I have a couple items here to talk about from e.l.f. The first one is this foundation. Now I have mixed feelings on this foundation. I mixed two foundations today trying to make a shade that matched me. It didn't work, but this is one of the foundations I use. This is their Flawless Finish foundation. I have this in the shade Pearl. It's a little light for me right now. For e.l.f., this is a really good foundation. They came out with, I think, 40 shades of this foundation, which is amazing for a brand like e.l.f. to do. And it only costs $6, which is so cheap. It's not a foundation that I feel like you can build up. So it's a foundation that you're gonna feel on your skin, and I think less is more with this foundation. It's not full coverage. I'd say low to medium coverage. And I feel like if that is something that sounds like something you would like, I feel like you would like this foundation. It's not my favorite foundation, but for a $6 foundation from e.l.f., I think it's a very good deal. I feel like you can't talk about e.l.f. lately without talking about the Putty Primer. I'm on board with this. This is an $8 primer. I think it's really great. I do have the Tatcha primer. I think the Tatcha primer is super overhyped, super not worth it. I feel like if you're looking for something that can do what Tatcha does, just get this. I can't imagine needing to spend the amount of money the Tatcha primer costs when this is out there and exists. So for $6, we have the primer infused bronzer and the primer infused blush. I am wearing the blush today. I have the blush in Always Rosy and the bronzer in Perpetually Tan. I really do need to get a lighter shade of the bronzer. It's a little too dark for me, but for $6, these are some of the best quality I think that the drugstore offers, and I'm a big fan. I considered including the e.l.f. $5-6 concealer in this video. For me, I haven't tested it enough to make it a favorite, honestly, because the shade I got is so light. I feel like it's really hard to shade match because a lot of the light shades are so light. Like I have the shade Fair Beige, and look how light it is. So it's a little on the drying side for me as far as I've tried it, but I don't feel comfortable enough with my opinions on it to put it in this video when I have other concealers that I really do like that I was able to feel more confident about putting in this video. Okay, now we can talk about CoverGirl. Okay, one of the newer products in CoverGirl's line is their True Naked Queenship Shadow Sticks. I have the shade 905. It's $9.99, which is kind of expensive for a stick eyeshadow from the drugstore, I feel like. But again, CoverGirl is one of those brands where you can often find it buy one get one. So I definitely feel comfortable recommending this. I think it's both really good as a cream eyeshadow that personally I feel like you should always tap something over top of it to make it stay and not crease. But also it's really good because I do know some people use these as eyeshadow primers. So I feel like it's a really nice 2-for-1 deal at an affordable price. The next product is the product I used today. This is the Lash Blast Primer. Okay, so I like to use this when I have a mascara that I'm not overly impressed with. So I wanted to demonstrate this to you guys today. This eye has the primer and this eye doesn't. Can you tell the difference in the lashes? I can. I feel like this one has so much more volume than this one. If you want to know, I use the Maybelline Lash Stiletto, which is not a mascara that I've been overly impressed with, but I feel like this makes bad mascaras better. So for $7.99, we have the brow pencil I used today. This is one of my favorites from the drugstore. This is the CoverGirl Thin Brow Pencil. I wear the shade Honey Brown, and I really enjoy this product. And then a product I feel like I've beat over the head the last couple months and on this channel is their Demi Matte Lipstick. These retail for $7.99. I have the shade Streaker. I probably will pick up other shades because of how much I enjoy this product. But I did want to mention that I really do enjoy the shade Streaker. Okay, now I have quite a few products here to talk about from Catrice. I'm sure that's not surprising to anyone. So the first product is a product I've recently tried on this channel. This is their Triangle Contour Stick. This is a pretty good contour stick, I would say, for the drugstore. You have to be careful with how much pressure you put or it starts to kind of put too much product on. I would say with this product, less is more and build up from there. I don't feel like I have a problem blending it. I am wearing it today under my powder bronzer that I'm wearing, but I do think it's good for the drugstore. I don't think it's as good as the Milk Makeup one, but it's a lot cheaper. This only costs $8.99. The bronzer I'm wearing over it is the Catrice Sun Lover bronzer. I have this in Sun Kissed Bronze. It's a baked bronzer. It also costs $8.99. It is one of my top 5 favorite bronzers. It's a baked bronzer, and you can tell it is quite flat because of how much I have used this. This is also what I used really quick as eyeshadow today because I cannot do eyeshadow like this. Another product I've really been enjoying is one of their very new products. This is the Hydrating Prime and Care Spray. I really like this to set my face in the mornings. I really like this when I feel like it's later in the day and my foundation might be starting to look a little powdery. I'll take this and I'll just to give it a little bit of hydration back since I do have very dry skin. I've been really enjoying this. And this does cost $7.99. A primer I really have been enjoying from Catrice is their Fresh It Up Moisturizing Primer with Bamboo Water. This is such a good dupe for the Smashbox Primerizer. It feels to me the exact same as the Primerizer. And this one only costs $7.99. And then a product where I'm very close to being done, my third one, is the Dewy Glow Spray. This retails for $7.99. I feel like Catrice is another one of those brands that is always on sale, always buy one, get one half off at Ulta. So you can always find a good deal with these. I usually stock up because they always used to be going out of stock because this is such a popular product. But this is different than the hydrating spray. This, to me, adds more of a glow and not the hydration. So for me, they're two very different products. So I have this blush. This costs $5.99. This is their water and sweat proof blush. I have not tested that portion of it. This is in glistening pink. This is just a really nice pinky blush that you can get at the drugstore. There's nothing like specifically special about it. I just think it's a nice formula and I do enjoy this color. The last Catrice product I'm going to talk about is the Liquid Camouflage Concealer. I absolutely love this concealer. This is about the third tube of this I've had. I would definitely recommend this to anyone. This only costs $5.99. Such a good price. Okay, we have 2 brands left to go. We're getting to the end. Okay, the next brand is Wet n Wild. So the first product I'm going to talk about is their Cushion Foundation. This is the foundation I tried to mix in to make a better color. It didn't really work. I have this in Light Ivory because it's a little bit on the darker side, but it wasn't that dark. This is $8.99. This is the only foundation I've tried from Wet n Wild that I really like. I haven't tried their stick foundation. I just don't know if I would like it. I've never really found a stick foundation I love, so I've been hesitant to try it. But I do like this. It's lighter weight. It's not going to be very full coverage if that's something you're looking for, but it is a nice lightweight cushion foundation and it's affordable. Next, I thought we'd talk about this. I actually realized that I am almost completely out of this. This is their Dewy Face Primer from the Photo Focus line. This to me is very similar to the Becca Primer. It has that very slight luminescence to your skin. It gives you a very dewy base, and this costs $5.49. Another product that costs $5.49 is the Coconut Primer Water. I love this stuff. I'm so glad that other brands are getting on board with the primer water sprays. I love spraying my face before doing my makeup. It always feels very refreshing and I love the coconut scent. Then this is the only little palette from Wet n Wild I've tried. This is their Not a Basic Peach palette. This is $5.49. For $5, the quality of these shadows is pretty unbelievable, if I'm going to be completely honest. I know that there is one that's like a dupe for the Monard Renaissance from Anastasia, but I really resonate with these. I really like the orangey corals, and that's why I went with this one instead. Last Wet n Wild product I want to talk about is the concealer I'm wearing today. This is $5.29, and this is the Photo Focus Concealer. I much prefer this to the foundation. I think for what this is, the coverage is great, and I really like the actual formula. I do have this in the shade Light Ivory. Can anyone guess what brand I saved for last? If you say ColourPop, give yourself a pat on the back. I feel like more things are under $10 than not with ColourPop, so I'm kind of going to very quickly go through all these products. And I'm going to do these in no particular order. Let's start with lip products. I have 2 lippy sticks here. Lippy sticks retail for $6. I only tried to bring out one color of every formula just to cover the bases. So we have the matte formula. I do have this shade. This is the shade Cookie. I'm not going to go in super depth. I just love all of ColourPop's products, really. I also have the cream formula, and this is the shade Aquarius. So their liquid lipstick formulas are $7. So I'm actually wearing a matte liquid lipstick in the shade Sunnyside right now. Their liquid lipsticks used to be very drying and uncomfortable, but they reformulated and I find them much more comfortable now. I'm also a very big fan of the Ultra Blotted Lip. This is the shade Scenic Route. This is less pigmentation and almost like weight-free. It feels like nothing on your lips. It's more of like a very lightweight lip stain. Also, their Ultra Satin lips are less drying. They never fully dry down, but they're also very long wearing. And this is the shade Dreamy. Their Ultra Glossy lips are also $7. This is the shade Moonchild. Their lipsticks, I believe, typically retail for $7.50. The shade I have here, I believe, was $8 because it was part of the Villains collection with Disney. But again, such a comfortable, beautiful formula. The last formula I'll talk about for lips is their So Juicy gloss. I love this. It's a much thicker gloss, but these also retail for $7. Like, everything is so cheap. Super Shock shadows retail for $6 each. 2 of my favorite shades I have are Lightning Bug and Muse. One of my favorite drugstore-ish brow products is the Brow Boss Gel. This is $6.50. This is not as so much as hardening and holding in place as volumizing and making it look like you have very fluffy brows. So as far as cheek products go, highlighter, Flexitarian is one of their Super Shock cheek highlighters. This is a cream to powder formula. These retail for $8. This is a blinding highlight. Now I just have 2 blushes and then we will be wrapping this video up. First is their blush stick. I have the shade Hooked. These retail for $8. I love this cream formula. I have been wearing it nonstop since I got it. And then their powder blushes retail for $7 a piece. I have the shade My Sun and Stars. You also can add these little palettes along, or you can just get the magnetic and put in your magnetic palette. I feel like I tried to bulldoze through that pretty quickly, but I feel like there was a lot of good products to cover. Let me know in the comments, what are some of your favorite products under $10? Do you want to see those other videos I mentioned in the beginning? Did you make it to the end? If you did, good for you, because this was a lot of talking. And yeah, that is it for this video. As usual, thanks for stopping by my channel. If you're new here, click the subscribe button and ring that bell for notifications. I have my Twitter and my Instagram down below. Give them a follow and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys!